in Washington. The December 31st, 2020 social media posting had a list of so-called enemies, including PELOSI, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and Hillary Clinton. It's not clear when the Secret Service discovered the post, but PELOSI received many threats, and it's not clear if the user had been identified.
And former President Obama congratulated President Biden on the signing of the Inflation Reduction Act Tuesday with an apparent reference, a comment Biden made years ago about Obamacare. Obama retweeted Biden's announcement that the new legislation was now law and wrote, quote, "This a BFD." That appears to be a reference to what Biden whispered to Obama about the signing of his health care bill in March 2010. Biden's comment, which can't be repeated here, was unintentionally picked up on a hype mic. And shifting to your health alert headlines, a new study finds that when it comes to cardiovascular diseases, symptoms can differ between men and women. A recent review from the American Heart Association finds that women are more likely to report more symptoms in addition to chest pain when it comes to a heart attack compared to men. Women with heart failure are also more likely to report a wider variety of symptoms, are more likely to have depression and anxiety, and report a lower quality of life compared to men. However, men are more likely to report chest pain than women with valve disease. And when it comes to strokes, symptoms can include a drooping face, arm weakness, speech difficulty, confusion, dizziness, loss of coordination or balance, and visual changes. However, women are more likely to have additional symptoms such as headache, altered mental state, coma, or stupor.
People who have battled COVID-19 could still face problems in the near future, and that's according to a study published by a medical journal. Researchers say people could experience dementia, mental disorders, or seizures 2 years after fighting the deadly disease. Children are also at risk of experiencing these problems as well. The University of Oxford researchers say they saw the same trend with less deadly virus like the Omicron. More than 1 billion people in the United States, UK, Spain, and India participated in the study.
And here's some good news if you're trying to maintain a health diet and you have a sweet tooth. A new study suggests ice cream is better for you than multi-grain bagels. Researchers at Tufts University ranked the nutrition of various foods on a scale of 1 to 100, and a cone with nuts and chocolate ice cream scored a 37, while a multi-grain bagel with raisins got a 19.
And coming up on Sunrise, a reporter in Mexico has been murdered. What police and authorities have to say and the details of that murder is coming up next.
Plus, we go on the road to 2 Imperial Valley League powers this morning, each looking to make their mark in 2022 in hopes of a CIF title. Full stories next in sports.
Richard, big senior year for you. A couple records in reach, yards, touchdowns. How much